Good morning. Ira Epstein with your morning flash update, and this update is for the morning of Thursday, May 1st, 2025. Hope you had a great trading April. I know we did okay. Gold getting hit pretty hard. This is a bounce off the lows of almost $30. It was down over $100 an ounce. Silver not participating with it. Copper up after dropping 25 cents yesterday and pretty much not going anywhere in the platinum at this hour. The dollar getting a bid at the expense of most currencies, which are down against it in early trade. We're looking at bonds and notes this morning. Flat, maybe a little bid as you come closer to the market, and the reason for that is some of the data that came out this morning. So let's take a look at that before we get too far. Challenger April U.S. planned job cuts, another 105,000. Now, it's not as big as the 275,000 we saw in March, but they're still very large at 105,441. And then the jobless claim numbers, they went up 18,000 to 241. They were only looking up for 3,000 to 225, but this is the number that got traders' attention. The continuing claims suddenly jumped 83,000 and they're back over that magic 19 number. That says the market is weakening. S&P Global Group releases their final April manufacturing PMI at 845. The ISM will release their April manufacturing sector index, and that comes out at 9. Construction spending will come out at 9 o'clock, and we'll get the natural gas storage. Now, what kicked the stock market up was pretty simple. What took place here is Meta and Microsoft earnings were both a beat, and both are spending more money on AI. Obviously, the cloud, you're seeing for Microsoft really helping their business. And in Meta, we are looking at advertising revenue soar, AI definitely working. In fact, they said they were going to spend upwards of another $10 billion. So originally, they were going to spend between $65 billion on CapEx. Now it's $65 to $75 billion. So that flies in the face of traders saying, oh, people are going to pull back from this. Not quite the case on the boys that are making money with it. On the energy market, a bit lower to start the day. You had a good pop early in the day in natural gas. It's been giving that up as the morning's been wearing on. And in the grain market, interesting morning. We're getting a lot of rain throughout the Midwest, not the type that will damage crops, actually good for the soil moisture. We'll see how this all plays out with what you've got going there. And that's pretty much what you have at this point. I cover this a lot more in trade ideas each and every morning. I start in the futures markets at 6 a.m. I put out my update, buy here, sell there, do that. The charts will look this way. There'll be more studies than you see here with very specific buy, sell, do this, do that. And then I move on to cover the spiders, the ETFs in the stock market, and cover at least 40 charts on those, rotating them all the time because there's so many different markets to cover. And tracking ideas for trading, keeping up with them until the trades are closed. In addition, you get access to my special reports, and I'll be recording one of those today. You'll hear about that at the end of the day as we get going. So how do you get this? Just go to iraepstein.com, research. You can move your cursor up here. There'll be an icon. It's a circle with an eye. Give it a click. It drops to the bottom of this page on YouTube, and it shows you the link, and just give it a click. That's a new way that YouTube is doing this. In the meantime, I'm Ira Epstein. You have a great trading day. I'll see you at the end of it. Take care.